Hippomottie's Christmas Story by Amelia K. Amherst. "'Twas the night before Christmas, and down by the lake, Hippomottie was eating a slice of Christmas cake. As she looked up at the moon and at the stars, she suddenly remembered her friend on planet Mars. "Oh my goodness! I almost forgot to send my alien friend his toy robot." She grabbed the present and wrapped up the gift, then fueled up her rocket and put it in shift. As the miles rushed past, she saw a sight. It was Father Christmas trying to fly through the night. As she looked closer, she began to see old Santa Claus waving, "Please help me!" Hippomottie slowed her rocket and stopped by his sleigh. As she rolled down the window, Father Christmas began to say, "Oh dear sweet friend, we're out of luck. Rudolf is sick, and without him we're stuck. My sleigh is too heavy, all laden with sacks, even with the other reindeer pulling to the max. We'll never get round the whole world tonight, and in the morning kids will wake up to an empty sight." And just as Father Christmas began to cry, Hippomottie thought of a way to help the poor guy. "Why don't you all jump in with me? My rocket flies as quick as can be." "Really?" said Santa. "That's very generous of you. But isn't there somewhere you're going to?" "Well, I was on my way to see my friend. But it's making children happy that's important in the end." "Why, Hippomottie, I just don't know what to say. You really have jolly well saved the day. How fortunate am I that you came along. I am so happy right now I could sing a song." So into the rocket they all got. Reindeers, Santa, presents, the lot. It really was a bit of a squeeze, especially when Rudolf started to sneeze. Off around the world they began to set. Sydney, Tokyo, Milan, Phuket. Santa jumped out at every stop, and down the chimneys he did hop. While the children slept, he crept round the house. Careful not to wake them, he was quiet as a mouse. Quick as a flash, he dropped off the toys, something for all the good girls and boys. It took all night, but finally they were done. It was exhausting work, but at the same time fun. And just as the sun began to rise, they could hear the children's faraway cries. "Well, Hippomottie, we're not quite finished yet. We've got one more stop to make in your shiny jet." And off to planet Mars they all did head, including Rudolph, whose nose was still bright red. When they touched down, Milan was very surprised to see the collection of people who'd just arrived. "Why, my goodness! Hippomottie! long time no see. But who are all these creatures you bring to me?" So Hippomottie introduced them all one by one. And Milon looked very confused by the time she was done. "But what are you all doing here on Christmas Day? Aren't you supposed to be at home celebrating away?" "I wanted to come here to bring you this gift. And on the way, I met Santa and I gave him a lift. After dropping off presents all around the earth, he wanted to visit you and your place of birth."
"You see, Hippomottie did something very special for me. So I wanted to bring you an amazing Christmas tree. Together we'll celebrate, new friends and old. Just think of the stories that can be told."
So Milon got ready a great big feast, and Santa said a prayer and prayed for peace. Then they all tucked into the delicious food, and everyone thought Milon was such a cool dude. After dinner, around the big tree they did sit, swapping stories and jokes and tales of wit. It was great to see everybody getting along. So many different cultures united in song. Then Milon decided it was time to open his toy, and thanked Hippomottie, for he was filled with joy. He played with his wonderful robots all afternoon, stacking them so high they nearly reached the moon. Then, just before everybody was about to say their goodbyes, Santa Claus had one last little surprise.
"Here, Hippomottie, this one, it's for you,"
and handed her a bicycle that was brand new. "Wow!" shrieked Hippomottie. "That's really, really great! Now I can go on bike rides with my best mate." "Thank you, Father Christmas. You really are the best."
"No, thank you, Hippomottie, for helping me with my quest. You deserve the very best present of the lot, because you helped me out of a very tight spot. And it's thanks to you that all the girls and boys have smiles on their faces and plenty of toys."
So remember, when you open your presents this year, it might not just be Santa and his reindeer. Sometimes we all need help from a friend. And now it's time for this story to end.